Yeah, hey everyone, so I saw the Ebony Bridges versus Shannon Courtney fight. I mean, that was a really good, tough fight. I was so impressed by Ebony Bridges. I mean, I watched the whole fight. I felt they both, they both did well in there. I mean, Ebony Bridges had the sort of, the way she held her gloves up and the way she blocked some of the shots. It looked good. I thought, she's looking tough. But yeah, Shannon, but then once Shannon sort of started boxing, getting on the back foot, yeah, I mean, for me, I was so keen. I wanted to see Ebony Bridges win. But when Shannon, but I'm very objective. Like I sort of speak the truth. Like when I see something, I'm objective. I really want to see Ebony Bridges win. But when I saw Shannon Courtney boxing on the back foot, I thought, okay, this is looking bad. I thought Shannon Courtney's winning the fight. It looks as if Shannon Courtney's going to win the fight. But then it was back and forth, back and forth. I mean, Ebony Bridges caught Shannon with some good hooks, some nice punches, but she had difficulties getting to Shannon. I didn't really see a good enough jab from Ebony Bridges, so I think she needs to work on the fundamentals. She needs to work on defense. I mean, but a lot of fighters just seem to neglect defense. I mean, with me, anybody that I spar, they'll tell you I'm hard to hit. Like that's my favorite. I don't like getting hit. I'm not saying I'm not tough. Like obviously I can take a shot, because otherwise I wouldn't be getting in boxing rings. But I love defense. I love it when people miss punches against me. I would say my best defense, I've got good range control. Like I move around well. I can sort of gauge the distance. So yeah, I'm good at avoiding getting hit. Obviously, let me just work on the ability to hit people. Need to work on that as well. But a lot of fighters sort of neglect defense. They neglect the fundamentals, and I was not impressed by Ebony Bridges' jab. I don't mean that in a harsh way, and I say it to her face, I'm not scared. But I don't mean it in a rude way. But I just feel that the jab her team should have worked on it more, because you got to lead. I think you got to start off with a jab. You got to lead. Like for me, obviously, I box. Obviously, I'm not at the level that Ebony Bridges or these people boxed at, but obviously, I'm on my plan. I'm on my way to get there. But I mean, look, I've sparred people. I've been in the ring with loads of different pros, people like O'Hara Davies and Liam Williams and so on. And I've always noticed, like with a jab, if someone can come out with a good effective jab, they can keep you under control. Who's a good example? I sparred Ebanie Byfield once, and he was just jabbing me. He was just going light with the punches, but his jab was keeping me under control. And obviously I didn't really want to go. I hit him with some good shots, because don't get me wrong, Ebanie Byfield was going easy on me. He wasn't really throwing a lot. But once I felt the jab, I thought, if I get too aggressive, this guy's gonna walk me onto a right hand. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna be cautious. So this is what I say about boxing. If you've got a good, effective jab, you can control the fight. And I think Ebony Bridges did well. She was coming forward a lot of the time, but she was getting out jabbed. She was getting, Shannon Courtney. I feel Shannon Courtney won fair and square. The scorecards were too wide, and obviously you have Mr. Bean. I mean, the guy, Mr. Bean, and his stupid commentary. I think Sky Sports needs to get rid of that clown. Like, seriously, get rid of Bean. Like, this guy's corrupt. He's corrupt and he's biased. I don't like Bean. I'll tell him to his face. I don't give a toss. What's he gonna do? Fight me outside? I'll knock him out. I don't like that guy. And I mean, honestly, the guy gets on my nerves. Like, a lot of these Sky Sports commentators, the worst ones are Bean and what's his name, Matthew Macklin. These guys are the worst. These guys are corrupt. They don't tell you what they see. They're trying to sell you a narrative. So like, a lot of these foreign fighters, they're getting robbed on the cards. Or look, I feel Shannon Courtney won fair and square, but the scorecards were not that wide. I mean, that was a close fight. But look, I say Shannon Courtney won fair and square, but she won by 1 or 2 rounds. But not like these scorecards. I mean, but we all know it's a matchroom show anyway. I don't trust any of these people. Probably got Bean and Eddie Hearn, like probably paying people off. But anyway, what can I say? And obviously, I still haven't mentioned it, but did you see Ebony Bridges' eye? Wow, like that eye looked terrible. Like flip, whoa. Imagine having to fight someone where your eye's swollen up like that. I mean, you can't even see the punches coming. So listen, Ebony Bridges is a tough little fighter. She did extremely well, and I cannot wait to see Ebony Bridges fight on more shows. I'm sure Matchroom will have her over again this year. There's other people in that division And as I said, I'm really happy for Ebanie Bridges. I'm really happy. Anything else to say? Obviously got Rachel Ball. Rachel Ball's already beaten Shannon Courtney. I think she'll beat Shannon Courtney again. Who else is there for these people? What's her name? Carly Skelly. I mean, there's fights out there, but obviously just, you know, Matchroom need to give these female fighters the platform. They need to give them the opportunities, and they need to pay the money, because a lot of these women, they're not getting paid a lot. I mean, it's hard to train. I mean, you can't really, you got to work. Like, you can't just, as a like, you're not going to be able to train full time. You got to work as well. You know, obviously Ebanie Bridges works as a teacher, doesn't she? But listen, really happy for her. I wish her well. I hope her eye gets better, but that eye looked painful. I mean, that swollen eye. But anyway, take care everyone. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think.